What up everyone, it is Toshi and today we're going to be talking about Nue's Exorcist chapter 2. So we start off this chapter with Gakudo being back in school and everything is normal. We see the high school bully Ganze, I believe his name is. His arm's back, he's not injured, the classroom's not destroyed. And you got to keep in mind this is just after Gakudo has beaten that spirit that appeared in the school and the classroom in the previous chapter, and now everything is sort of back to normal. He bumps into Nue in the hallway, which obviously confuses him because she's not meant to be able to leave her classroom, like she's not meant to be able to wander around. But she states that the form of her that he's seeing now is merely a clone, and she can only wander around the campus when he's present. So that's pretty cool, that's pretty interesting. It certainly tells us a little bit more about their connection as characters, but for now we still don't know too much about Nue, at least in the current first two chapters. But obviously, I'm figuring, I'm assuming, and I'm hoping that as these chapters go on, we'll figure out and learn more about Nue and her character and her background. So but at that point on, obviously Gakudo states that, was like, were you the one that, restored everyone's memories, fixed the classroom? Because obviously, in the previous chapter, everything was destroyed and now it's like nothing happened. And Nue states that it wasn't her that did all of that, it was the Exorcists. And we don't really know who they are, but Nue basically stated that the town that they're in is special in the sense that it has loads of spirits sort of within that town, more than average, I guess. And it's sort of the Exorcist's job to sort of keep those spirits within like the confines of that town. She thinks that there's going to be a huge wave of spiritual influence, coming into the town and into the school, very soon. And she states to Gakudo that she wants him to defeat those spirits because there's not enough exorcists to basically do it. Their numbers are very thin, so she doesn't expect them to respond immediately. And after that, Gakudo and Nue play card games a little bit. We then go back into the classroom and everything appears normal up until the teacher walks in and something's up with his face. He looks very, very deformed, and Gakudo quickly assumes that he's been possessed by a spirit. At which point, that is proven correctly, because when Nue is in the classroom, the teacher that is possessed sort of freaks out at the presence of Nue and, starts demanding from her and asking her, like, what are you, who are you, starts freaking out. And then before the spirit can sort of expose Nue, Gakudo charges him, and then the whole classroom charges the teacher, in fact. And then the window shatters and they fall out, and Gakudo sort of transforms into that sort of Soul Reaper, Shinigami spirit fighting form thing that he has, that Nue obviously gave him. And we see Nue, at least I'm assuming it was Nue, use these cards to sort of cover the eyes of the students looking, down from the window, so they couldn't see Gakudo transform, they couldn't see what was going on. So, by the time those cards were removed from their eyes and they could see what was going on, all they could see, at the end was Gakudo, the teacher, and Nue on the ground. And everything seemed fine, normal, okay, it was like nothing had happened. So, Nue had sort of finessed them once again, and that was basically the end of chapter 2. So as for this video, that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. This is Toshi, signing out.